Hey you! If you're enjoying Skyline REM and want to help make it happen, you can apply to join our backstage team in the description of this video. If you don't have the time or means, don't sweat it. Subscribe, leave a like, and enjoy the video instead. So? Do you get it?
I don't think she gets it.
Well, it's not the traditional type of magic that I'm accustomed to. I can grasp the basics, but I don't believe it will be anything I can tutor you on.
Told you.
Oh man.
Are you telling me that you can see spirits now? And commune with memories?
Kind of. At least that's what Lyle said.
Interesting. I wonder why you appear to have these enhanced powers of empathy. Does it have to do with your unusual lack of magical identity?
I mean, that probably has something to do with it.
How would you know about that?
I did the test on you, Rex. Don't ask such ridiculous questions. But enough about that. As interesting as it is, it's not the topic we wanted to discuss today. Why don't we try again with our last lesson, Rex? Are you ready to make your own focus?
Wait, really?
Just fake it. I only know how to pull myself apart. I never thought I'd go this far, but I pulled the spark. It's over now. Run away, out of time. Find a place where I can never hide. I let it burn, I let it burn, change, or even stop. Let it burn, I'll never be coming back. 'Cause I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Yes, I'm losing my mind. I'm moving somebody else and losing my mind. 'Cause I'm losing my mind.
Are you for real? You ask Penelope with glee. Of course, she smiles. I only hope that you've done the readings I assigned you since our last lesson. I'm not keen on extinguishing the mage tower. Again, you avoid her gaze. It's not like I did it on purpose. I don't know how that keeps happening.
Hang on. You lit a fire trying to make a focus? How the heck did you manage that?
I don't want to talk about it. Penelope plucks a book from a nearby shelf and tucks it under her arm. Why don't we continue our discussion in the workshop? We can hardly make a focus without the proper tools. Oh, right, let's go! Penelope walks gracefully past you as she exits the room. You turn to Kat with a grin. I thought she was gonna drop the focus lesson after last time, but she didn't! This is so awesome!
You mean to tell me that you don't already know how to make a focus?
Nope, I'm still new to all this thaumaturgy stuff.
Well, that's a first. Can't say I've ever met a dread who doesn't know thaumaturgy. At least, as far as I can remember.
What's that supposed to mean?
You don't really meet people when you're dead. You just exist around people who happen to be alive. Like I told you before, it's pretty rare that I run into someone who can actually see me.
So, that makes me special?
I guess you could say that. I'll let you decide if that's a good thing or not.
You begin to leave the office, but hesitate at the door. Hey, do you know how to make a focus?
I know a lot of things. Occult is just one of the subjects that I've currently been studying.
Uh-huh. So, do you know how to make any cool spells?
I know the steps on how to generally make spells, if that's what you mean.
Awesome! Then you can help me make a new spell once I made this focus! Cat stares at you in surprise, before smiling lightly.
Sure. I guess we could try that. Do you have any ideas what you want?
Nope, no idea.
Oh, great. Cool.
Until then, though, I really shouldn't keep Penelope waiting. Are you gonna follow me down there too?
Why wouldn't I?
In that case, don't give me any hints on how to make a focus. If I fail, I want it to be because if I succeed, I want it to be because I figured it out, not because I have a ghost friend giving me tips. You know what I mean?
What should I do in the meantime, then?
I mean, you can poke around the tower and see all the cool stuff Penelope has. Did you notice the weird floating cube in the middle of the ritual area?
Yeah, you pointed it out on the way up.
Oh, yeah. Then, you can look at all the other cool stuff. Let's go!
All right.
Focus time. It's this way. Okay, focus time, baby. Let's do this!
You sure you're actually ready to do this? I mean, it's...
I read words that said things that meant stuff, so...
That doesn't exactly inspire confidence, but...
I'm pretty confident.
If you're confident,
I got the
then I
wrong
guess that's
skin.
all you...
That's not right. That's right. There you go. Alright. I'm very confident.
Well, if you're confident, then I guess that makes up for the both of us.
Okay. Penelope! Let's do this. I'm prepared. Penelope walks you over to an engraved cauldron in the corner of the workshop. You recall using the same cauldron to create your potion during your first alchemy lesson. You remember what this tool is called, right? Penelope asks you. I think so. You bring your hand to your chin. It's a crucible. I'm pretty sure that's what you called it when we worked on making a focus last time. She nods. That's correct. Well done, Rex. She refers to the crucible again. We will use this cauldron to create a crystalline lattice in an alchemical mixture. Under the right circumstances, physical objects can be alchemically crafted through the introduction of crystals and other materials, creating things like brass and focuses! She pauses as you interrupt her, before clearing her throat. Yes, like foci, she corrects you. Penelope motions to the farthest wall in the room. That wall has distilled essences needed to create a focus. If you've done the reading, then surely you know which ones to select? Duh, of course I do. Then how about you show me what you've learned? Penelope challenges. You got it! Easy peasy! You walk over to the shelves of jars and observe each of the symbols. You narrow your eyes. You've studied these symbols multiple times, so you should know which symbol corresponds to which essence. Let's see. You move a nearby chair and stand on it to reach the top shelf. You grab a jar full of bright bubblegum liquid and place it on a nearby counter. The symbol on the front of the jar resembles a magic wand with a star on the end. That's one. You mumble to yourself before looking back at the other jars. Your attention shifts to a different jar, this time filled with a pale blue fluid. The symbol depicts a carved gemstone, maybe a diamond. And there's the second. You pick up the jar and place it next to the first. Finally, you grab a jar on the lowest shelf, the symbol reminiscent of a light pink sun. This is the only essential you actually remember the name of. Aurum, representing raw vis. You carry the 3 jars over to Penelope with pride. You glance to the side at Kat, who gives you a few small supportive claps. See? I remembered. I'm a professional. Very good, Rex. Penelope gives you a nod. But aren't you forgetting something? Your mind goes blank. You blink at her in fear. I did? She giggles and withdraws a single crystal from her pocket. The crystal lattice can only form around an ordo crystal. Oh, right! I knew that! You take the crystal from her and walk over to the crucible. You take a deep breath as you gaze into the bubbling pot. Come on, you remember this. You read about it in your Thaumonomicon. You know exactly how to make a focus. You pick up the jars of Essentia carefully and begin to pour each one into the crucible to mix the essence with the water. Okay, it was 2 parts light blue, vitreous, Penelope corrects, and then 1 part magenta,
Precantatio.
Cat corrects this time, and then half a part of aurum. Penelope starts to correct you before she realizes you said the right word. Yes, that's right. Very good. The mixture in the crucible begins to change color and bubble. You step back in momentary alarm, but Penelope puts a supportive hand on your shoulder. She holds the crystal in front of you. It's all right. This is normal. You clearly have done your readings. Now all you have to do is add the core. The ordo crystal will be the center from which the lattice of the focus forms. I have no idea what any of that means. Her proud smile immediately vanishes as she sighs. Just put the crystal in the pot. You take the crystal from her and slowly drop it into the substance as instructed. You watch as a powerful glow forms from the depths of the liquid. The crystal begins to morph and grow, the essentia collecting around it to form a spherical object. You watch the process with a slacked jaw. Whoa! After a moment, you carefully dip your hands into the liquid and reach for the object. You pick up the blank focus and lift it from the crucible. Penelope's eyes sparkle. Congratulations, Rex. You've successfully made your first focus. I did it? You question. You gaze at the object before a grin spreads across your face. Yes! I did it! Look how blank and ordinary it looks!
Let's go! You're not entirely incompetent in thaumaturgy!
I'm proud of you, Rex, Penelope says. Now that you've done it once, it will be easier for you to do it again. You bet! That can make a full arsenal of spells! Well, perhaps you should still be patient when it comes to making those spells. I'm still not entirely comfortable thinking about you making these things by yourself. Come on! I can totally handle it! I can just... Before you can finish your sentence, however, you, Cat, and Penelope both hear some shouting from outside the tower. Penelope furrows her brow. What in REM? What's that noise? I'm not sure. Penelope frowns. I don't remember there being any event scheduled for today. She starts to quickly move down the stairs to investigate. At the same time, Cat phases through the wall to exit the tower and investigate herself. Penelope shivers as Cat goes through her, but brushes it off. She pauses to look back at you. You don't mind the momentary interruption, do you, Rex? No, it's fine. I'm pretty curious, too. What's going on? Right out here, right? Where's it coming from?
Whoa, there's like a crowd over there.
Huh? That is a lot of people. What is this? Huh? This is a lot of people. You and Penelope both rush out of the magic tower to discover the source of the commotion. Cat is already there, peacefully hovering over it all. You find a crowd of mages gathered near the entrance of Aurora Alley. They're whispering to one another hesitantly as they watch a scene unfold before them. Is this real? You can't be serious. I don't know how I feel about this. Huh? What's going on? You and Penelope push through the crowd and try to peek over everyone's heads. Your eyes widen as you see a familiar blonde man standing directly outside of Aurora Alley with his arms outstretched. He preaches to the civilians both outside and inside the district in a loud voice. "Are you sure you can trust a bunch of mages and wizards with your safety?" Conrad asks the crowds. "Do you wonder why the rest of the world remains wary of magic? It's because we know just how dangerous it can be." "Oh, you gotta be kidding me!" Penelope furrows her brow. There's a hint of anger in her gaze, but she remains relatively composed. "What is this? Do you know that man, Rex?" "Unfortunately," you cross your arms. "He's that guy from Olden who came here to put on a golem fighting tournament." "Olden? Penelope quietly murmurs. "But the tournament's been over for days! Why is he still here?" Penelope's fists clench. "I should have guessed. Only an Olden citizen would dare to say such egregious things about magic. But to make these statements outside of Aurora Alley? That's quite low." You shiver at her ice-cold tone. Never heard Penelope sound so angry. However, she calmly inhales and exhales. "No matter. He's just another fool. He isn't—" "Hey, guy!" A shrill voice sounds from Conrad's direction. "Just what do you think you're doing, huh?" You and Penelope both look back to the center of the crowd and notice Harper in front of confront Conrad. She waddles over with an angry look as she points her wing at him, her feathers imitating a human hand. "You think it's cool to come out here and talk bad about the arcane arts?" the Harpy asks him. "These people work hard to hone their crafts. You can't just diss magic as a whole outside the literal magic district. Didn't your parents teach you manners?" Conrad's eyes widen, and he jumps away from Harper. "Good gods, what in REM is that thing? Hey!" He continues as he motions to Harper. "Don't you see what horrors magic can create? Creatures with human faces and voices. How can anyone call this arcane monstrosity anything but a mistake?" Harper's expression shifts. She appears hurt by his words. "What the heck, guy? This is precisely why magic has gone too far," Conrad says. "It has the power to bring forth unseemly life. Who knows what these new creations are capable of? Who knows if they can be trusted when they attempt to mimic us living, breathing humans? This is an abomination!" Your blood begins to boil. You don't even notice as something inside Penelope snaps. Penelope? Hey, wait a second! Penelope barks at Conrad from behind her raised wand. There's an enraged glint in her eye as Harper flutters onto her shoulder. "You!" she snaps at the man. "Whoever you are, you've crossed a line." Conrad puts his hands up and sweats nervously. "Penelope!" She grits her teeth. "You have the gall to stand out here and spout rubbish about magic. If you don't apologize to Harper and the students of Aurora Alley this instant, I will show you what a real magical monstrosity looks like." You bite your nails anxiously as you helplessly look on. Conrad laughs nervously. "Quite the impression you're giving us, don't you think?" he murmurs to her. "Maybe we should all just calm down." You glance around at the crowd as they begin to whisper loudly with one another. "Isn't that one of the professors at the university? He was making fun of Harper. That's messed up. She's not really going to hurt him, is she? I've never seen Miss Delvaux look so angry, scary." Conrad's eyes widen at that last statement. "Hang on a moment. Delvaux?" Conrad asks Penelope. "You're a member of the Delvaux family." Her stance falters and she immediately grows pale. I. She stammers in surprise. "How do you know of that family?" "How would I not?" Conrad smirks. "They're one of the high-ranking noble families of Olden, after all." "What?" The crowd becomes rowdy with this news. I can't believe it! Miss Delvaux from Olden! First there is the issue in the woods, and now this? Maybe magic is scarier than we thought. Penelope takes a step back in surprise, as Conrad continues to goad at her. Is this what you call a teacher of the arcane arts? A citizen of the kingdom of Olden, through and through. She chooses to threaten my life with her destructive powers. Man, just shut up, Conrad! You stomp forward while gritting your teeth. You don't know what you're talking about! You and everyone else in Olden just attack anything you don't understand. Why don't you give magic a try and then tell me it's nothing but destruction? Conrad groans when he sees you. Ugh, of course you're here. I should have expected that. I think you owe Harper and Penelope an apology. The man rolls his eyes. I have nothing to apologize for. I wasn't breaking any rules. I'm free to say whatever I want. So you're telling me you chose to exercise that freedom to spout nonsense directly outside our district? Penelope says as she slowly lowers her wand. I'm trying to spread awareness to the men, women, and children of Erwin of the dangers of magic. Is that so wrong? Yeah, it's super messed up. What's the point of causing a problem for the city? You asked Conrad. You're actively trying to turn everyone against the hard-working mages in Aurora Alley. I would do no such thing. Conrad puts a hand on his heart. I just have humanity's best interest at heart. Key word, humanity. Harper glares at him. It's not my fault that some people are easily blinded by the magical whimsy of the arcane arts, the Olden man continues. I'm just an informant of the truth. Not the truth. Your truth. Magic is amazing! Sure, it's super powerful and a little destructive, but it can be used to help people. One member of the crowd speaks up. Aren't you the silver-eyed dread that used fire spells to burn down multiple places throughout Erwin? Bad example! You point out to the crowd. However, that singular fact causes another fit of whispers to erupt from the mob. You bite your lip as you make desperate and unsure glances at Penelope, Harper, and even Kat, who floats above the conflict. I'll prove it too! You point at him. I'll solve a problem using magic and show you how helpful it can be! Oh, and what problem are you going to magic your way out of? I'm sure you have a plethora to choose from, given Erwin's current state. Conrad puts his hands on his hips. You recall someone in the crowd mentioning something in the windswept woods. It's the only idea you can muster, so you blurt it out. I'm gonna fix the windswept woods! The crowds murmur amongst one another with these accusations. Conrad's eyes widen in surprise at your announcement. You look back at Harper and give her a supportive nod. Rex, Penelope furrows her brow. What are you doing? My job is the fixer. You give her a thumbs up. Just sit tight. I'll prove this jerk wrong about everything. Until then, keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't cause any more trouble. Penelope stares at you in amazement, before nodding slightly. Of course. You stick your nose up at Conrad in a snobby manner before walking through the crowds. Kat floats after you quickly as you leave Penelope, Harper, and Conrad to face off against one another.
Rex, are you sure about this?
Nope!
What? Then what are you doing?
Improvising. I do it a lot, and it works out most of the time.
Most of the time?
Yeah, most of the time.
If you mess this up, then you're just proving Conrad that jerk more.
Okay, well, I will mess it up. All I have to do is just fix the issue that I know nothing about. Crap.
You don't even know what it's about?
No, okay, they just mentioned it, so I said it, alright? It's not like I'm always on demand for knowing what issues need to be fixed. Ah, jeez. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine, alright? All I need is backup. So, I could go ask Lily, and then I'm solid. And once I have
Okay.
Lily's help, then we'll go do it together, and it'll be easy. She always helps me clean things up, especially when
If
can't
you're
do them
sure.
myself. Alright.
Then
Hunters Association
Good
is
luck with
this
that.
way, but... Oh, hey, can you do me a favor?
yeah,
I don't
course.
trust that jerk. Think you can keep an
Or do
eye on him
I?
for me?
Of course.
Alright.
Do as much as I can.
I'll be back once I fix everything. And I'll come back with
Fine.
news of my success.
All right. Good
All right.
luck.
Yeah, you too. Good luck ghosting things and yeah. Okay. We have a plan. Our plan is get Lily so she helps us make a plan. There we go. That's how we're gonna do this. So now we just need to get over there. Where is there? Think this way. Is this close by, right? I don't remember how close by though. They need to put up a street sign, alright? Hunters this way. Alright, well, what do you do if you need them? You gotta stumble around going where? Oh yeah, this has to be the place. Dang, that building is huge! I never even realized until now. It is enormous! Lily.
Oh, her axe! I forgot. I got sidetracked.
Lily!
Rex!
This place is hidden! How do you find this every day? I walked in circles for like minutes!
It's just right off the main path.
Okay, well, I thought it was before the bridge, but then it was after the bridge, and this is
Oh.
right off the main path. It's like off the main path, and then like around like 3 bends, 2 corners. You know, at one point, like you have to like flip upside down. You have to like backflip over a cart.
100%.
How was the tallest building the hardest one to see? It's huge! I never even realized how big it was! How could I not find this?
It's just, I don't know. It's kind of hidden, I guess.
Anyway, I need your help.
Oh,
I'm glad I finally managed to find you, Lily. I could really use your help.
we're already pretty busy here, Rex. Can it wait? Wait, Olivia! We have time to hear him out. Be patient. My axe is literally not in my hands. I'll be patient when I have my weapon back.
Wait, what happened to your axe?
Long story. What did you need help with?
Have you guys heard anything about what's happening in the woods right now?
Mm-hmm. Hawk mentioned it to Dell earlier. Something about an increase in monster sightings and a ton of black goo covering the place.
Wow, you know a lot more than I do. I just heard there was a problem. Did you just say black goo?
Yeah. I thought it was weird too.
Well, anyways, I was on my way to try and help with whatever's going on. I was going to ask you to tag along so we get to the bottom of it, you know, like a classic Rex and Lily adventure.
That works for me. I was gonna investigate the woods anyways, so I just wanted to get my team together first, but that's when we ran into the no weapon problem.
I mean, do you at least know where her axe is, or?
Yeah, we do. It's in Mistral Quarry, being used to cut down trees.
How did that happen?
A certain green-haired nuisance. But we don't have to worry about him for now.
Yeesh. X clears his throat. In that case, why don't we all go and get Lydia's axe back, and then we try to investigate the forest?
What about Luke and Aiden?
We could scope out the area and try to figure out how bad the woods look. And if we need them, we can go back and grab them. No biggie. I just want to see what I can do about the forest as soon as possible. I got a nuisance of my own in Aurora Alley, and I want to prove him wrong.
Him? Okay. I'm gonna need some explanation on the way to the quarry, though.
Okay. Conrad showed up was being a jerk, and I want to prove him wrong. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, actually, that was fast. Okay. 2 nuisances in one day.
Yeah? That's
he was
pretty
stalking
unlucky.
us, Fern. Sitting over the wall, laughing, cackling.
Stalking you? At the association?
Well, yeah, I don't know how long he was there, but he might have just done a drive. No, he had to have been there for a while for that payoff. He didn't know when I would talk about the axe with Lydia. Dude was probably like watching while I was doing my training drills.
That's crazy to just be standing there that close to a bunch of hunters that long. He's got stones, I'll give him that.
That's one way of putting it.
Okay. This is a big district. Where are you supposed to find the axe?
That is a very good. It was used to chop trees, so
Okay, there's a tree.
I don't
There's
think
a
they're chopping that
tree.
tree down. That's a really big tree.
That is a big tree. Do you think they have a lumberyard?
They might.
Alright, if I were a no longer tree, where would I be?
A no longer tree.
Maybe near the farms?
Maybe I should have grilled that little green dude for more information.
The little green dude?
Yeah, he's little, he's green. I don't see the issue.
That's crazy.
You're right. The little annoying green dude.
Maybe over there? I see a lot of trees.
Oh, yeah, we can go check it out.
Yeah, the
Yeah, well, he's a
Conrad
little
showed up.
important
He
cat.
was
I don't know what to tell you.
Do you remember at the arena how it was like going on and on and on and on about like how horrible magic was? He was doing that again.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna show off my cool magic, use it to fix up the woods, and then you know the shoe will be on the other foot, or something. Is that the phrase? I don't know. Where's the axe?
Close enough.
Do you axe? Oh! Your group walks through Mistral Quarry before you stumble upon an enclosed grove of trees. The trees are far shorter than any of the others in Erewhon, and several workers are gathered inside, chopping at the base of them.
Is this the place?
Lydia nods her head.
Let's just get this over with and get my stuff.
She huffs as she rolls up her sleeves. Why are you rolling up your sleeves? You're not going to fight anyone, right?
Depends on whether or not they give me back my axe. Well, it's not their fault they have it. We're not fighting innocent woodcutters. Ah!
Lydia loudly groans as she shoots her head up to look at the sky.
Fine. Just stay calm. And if you need to, let Rex or I do the talking. Whenever you say.
She crosses her arms and sighs. Lily turns to Rex.
Do you see anyone we could try and to talk to, Rex?
No! Hey! Excuse me? Rex waves his hand toward one of the nearby workers. He's an older man in overalls with an admirable beard. He speaks to you all in a gruff voice. How can I help you today? Thinking of buying some wood? We got cut planks, whole logs, even a couple of carved pieces like utensils or statues. Ooh! Carved statues? What, do you guys do commissions? How much? Ow! Lily elbows him harshly.
I swear, I can't take either of you anywhere.
She clears her throat before addressing the man herself.
We came here because we're looking for something. I think there may have been a small mix-up with your guys' tools and one of the weapons. My friend and I are part of the Hunters Association, and you people have my axe. What part of I'll do the talking do you not understand?
A hunting axe? The man froze his brow. I don't know how that would have shown up out here, but now that you mention it, we did get a new axe earlier today from a random citizen. Yeah, could we get that back? I can take you to where it's being used. I apologize for the mix-up.
That would be great. And no worries, I know we know... I think we know exactly where and how it... I really can't read today. And no worries, I think we know exactly how it ended up over here, so as soon as it gets resolved, we'll be out of your hair.
Alright then, follow me. The man begins to lead you deeper into the grove. I just don't want to know about those wood carvings, though.
It's not the time. You can come back any day.
They sounded cool.
Oh,
Where are we being led to?
that is a good question. Maybe back here? Over here.
Oh, back
there he
here.
is.
Hello! The bearded man
Hello.
walks over to the back end of the grove. Past the fencing on your left is the road that leads deeper into Mistral Quarry and in the direction of the Constella farmlands. To the right, you hear the unending clamor of the mines. We've been using it back here. The man turns to you all before calling a name. Hey, Gerald! You still got that big axe from earlier? Another man's voice calls back. Yeah, I got it. Why? The other man in question walks around some trees to face you. He's cleanly shaven, with a couple of scratches around his jaw. His hair is long and shaggy, and he has dark bags under his eyes. In both hands he holds...
That's it! That's my axe!
Eh? The man tilts his head at Lydia in confusion.
Sorry, but there was a mix-up. That's not a wood-cutting axe. It's a monster chopping axe.
Lydia says. She immediately walks forward to take it from the man, Gerald, but he steps away from her. Hang on a second. I don't know who you people are, but we were pretty low on tools until this axe showed up. We still got a ton of trees to finish cutting today, and
you can find some other axe for it. That one is mine. My name is literally carved into the handle. But it is? You think I'm so dumb that I wouldn't label my things? Look at the indentations on the side. It clearly reads Lydia.
You all look at the axe and try to find the indentations she's referring to. However, you struggle to locate them, only noticing a number of scratches in the wood that don't appear to spell anything or have any meaning. Am I blind? I'm not seeing a name.
We don't mean to cause you any trouble, but we really are gonna need that axe back.
Can't you wait another couple hours? I can try to finish quickly, but I really need to...
Give me my weapon back! Or I'll knock you to the ground. Lydia, no!
Jeez! Alright, fine, take it, I'm sorry. He hands the axe back to Lydia quickly. Just don't hurt me! Instantly, Lydia's sour mood evaporates as she smiles as her axe is returned to her possession. Was the threatening really necessary? Nick shoots a look at her. She shrugs.
It worked, didn't it? But we don't threaten innocent people, Lydia. I am so sorry about her. She's a lot to manage sometimes, but I promise she means well. She wasn't actually going to hurt you. I wasn't. No, you weren't, because that would have been a bad thing to do. Oh, right. Yeah, I definitely wasn't.
Lydia agrees with her. She hoists her axe over her shoulder, pleased.
Well, now that I got my weapon back, no hard feelings, right? Wait a second.
Man, what's the problem now? Lydia drops her axe to the ground and tries to hoist it over her shoulder again. She frowns.
Something's not right here.
Don't tell me you threatened this guy just to get the wrong axe.
No, this is definitely my axe, but it's different. Here, watch.
Lydia hoists her axe a third time, and then gives you both a wide-eyed expression, as though you understand what she's thinking. When you continue to stare at her blankly, she glares at you both.
It didn't cut me. Usually that move always hurts me.
Why do you keep doing it?
It's dull. What the heck did you do to my axe?
Gerald flinches as Lydia raises her voice. Oh, we haven't done anything! We've just been chopping trees as usual with it!
Don't tell me all that chopping dulled out my blade. How am I gonna cut through monsters with a metal club? Oh, man.
Lily rolls her eyes at Lydia's dramatic behavior. Her gaze wanders to the left as she notices a number of Aegean guards rushing down the path toward the windswept woods.
Hey, what's going on over there?
The bearded man notices her gaze and grunts. Oh, you notice the guards too? They've been going through here all day. Apparently there's a problem in the woods.
Right. Yeah, we heard about that problem too.
It's a shame what's going on. Vanguard seems pretty overworked by it. Their numbers have been thinning in some of the other districts while they try to figure out what's going on. I heard they were asking around for help dealing with the problem too. It's a good thing we're here. We're help!
That's why we really wanted to get the axe back.
I see. Well, you won't see me stopping you. Those guards are working hard at protecting us. I think they'd appreciate the extra set of hands.
Well, you heard him, guys. Let's go. But my axe! Priorities, Lydia. We'll get it sharpened later. Come on. Back in your hands, like I said it would be, remember?
Where are they? They're over here.
Wow, you
Okay, how over
speeding
here are
along.
they?
I have very good vision, okay?
Wait, where are they? Do you see them?
I
There!
there.
They walk quickly.
Yes.
You both rush after the guards as they walk toward the windswept woods. You overhear them speaking with one another as they travel to the forest.
That break didn't feel very fulfilling, huh?
Oh, kidding, but you know what they say, duty calls.
Think we can manage to clean up this mess before dinner?
That'd be nice. I'm not looking to spending all day in the windswept woods.
Excuse me?
The guards look back at you both in confusion. Miley smiles at them awkwardly, and even gives them a small wave.
Do you need help with something?
One of the guards asks. Oh, no, in fact, we heard that you guys are the ones that needed help. Rex motions to himself confidently. Oh, look no further! Help has arrived! The guards glance at one another, and then back at you. Huh?
Huh?
They both express their confusion to you.
We know what's happening in the woods. We wanted to volunteer to help you guys clean it up and take care of those monsters.
The guards observe the three of you carefully, before frowning. Well, we appreciate the offer, citizens. We're not sure if that's the best idea.
Why not? Well, this is no small issue. It's serious in there. There are a lot of dangers hiding in the woods, so it's imperative that we secure the perimeter and ensure that no one without authorization goes in or out. It's for your safety. Can't be that bad.
Lydia puts her hands on her hips.
Look, me and Lily are hunters. We can handle a group of monsters.
We can respect you volunteering your services, then, but that being said, we already have several of the best hunters working on the forest to get to the bottom of this sudden change. We're not keen on letting many more in, especially one that looks so young and another with a very dull club as their weapon.
It's an axe!
What about me? I'm the fixer heroine, after all.
Well, it's true that you fixed many problems for the city. You've also caused many problems. You've broken about as many things as you repaired. For instance, Alistair's bar.
Do you know about that?
We were in the bar that day.
The guard gestures to his companion, who nods.
Point is, we're looking to solve the problem quickly. Can't expend any more resources worrying about you and what you three are up to, or whether or not you're run into trouble. It'd take an army to get into those woods now. It's an army, huh? Then what if we came back with more people to help?
I won't make any promises. One of the guards crosses his arms. But if you do manage to bring some backup, we may let you in. At least with a couple more people on your side. Know that there's someone always looking after you.
Not that we need looking after. Thank you. Give us a bit, and we'll be back with that army.
Right. The guards don't seem too convinced, but they both give you a salute. Good luck, then.
Come on. Let's get the rest of my team. They'll be able to help us.
Okay.
Back from where we came from. I wonder how bad the situation is. When it was brought up, like, Hawk personally brought it to Dell, and that's never a good sign.
Huh.
You don't bring things to Dell unless you want to die.
Can't imagine it's that bad. I mean, they don't seem to be sweating over it. They weren't letting us in, so they can't be that desperate. It sounds like it might just be annoying.
That's fair. Black goo.
Still, I just want to help out. Hope we can help out before they just fix it themselves.
Yeah, I think this would be a really great opportunity for my team to do something.
I had something to prove! Alright? The jerk is being a jerk, and he won't stop being a jerk until I prove that he's a jerk.
Yeah, well, he's a jerk. Hey, we dealt with my jerk. We got Lydia's axe back. Let's deal with yours somehow. Or, honestly, I don't know how.
Light bulb. Alright, well, you get your team, I'll get my team.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll see you later.
I'll catch up, alright? I'm just gonna grab some help too, alright?
Alright, well, you know who I'm grabbing, so we'll see you when we see you.
Wait, where are you going?
Oh, I'm gonna go get Luke and Aiden.
Oh, okay. I'll catch up with you around Astra Centrum then, okay?
Okay, sure thing. See you.
See ya. Somewhere around here-ish. Oh, crap. I'm not gonna be able to find this place. I don't think she described it well. I think this might be it. There you are! You step into the doctor's office with a steady stride. You've never actually been inside the clinic, so the stark change in temperature catches you off guard. You shiver at the chill in the air before looking around for your companion. You find Ellis deeper within the lobby area. She has a broom in her hand and she's crudely sweeping the floors. Stupid floors. Why are they so dirty? Doesn't anyone know how to wipe off their boots before they come in here? She complains. Ellis! You call her name loudly as you rapidly approach her. She yelps at your sudden arrival before slapping a hand over her mouth. Rex! She hisses at you. What the heck are you doing here? I'm here for you, obviously. You nod toward the door. You almost done in here? Could really use your help. I'm literally in the middle of community service, she explains. Can it wait? Not really, no. Oh my god. She massages the bridge of her nose. She looks down at the ground and grumbles as she starts to sweep faster in an attempt to finish the job quickly. What the heck happened this time? Apparently, the windswept woods are infested with a ton of weird black goo and monsters. The Aegean Vanguard is doing what they can to clear the woods out, but it seems like they're struggling. Okay. Alice raises an eyebrow at you. And how is that our problem? Because we need to help them out and make the woods safe again. And why does it have to be us? She continues to ask you questions. Because I want to prove that magic can be used to protect people. And what does that have to do with anything you just told me? That Conrad guy from the Golem tournament was talking bad about magic in Aurora Alley today. You clench your fists. I gotta prove him wrong and show him that magic isn't as dangerous as he says. Alice sighs. Rex, drop it. Sure, it's frustrating, but you gotta remember that the guy's from Olden. Everyone in that kingdom believes magic is some big dangerous force to be reckoned with. A single job in the woods won't fix that. Just stay out of other people's business. But Alice! What do you want from me, huh? She motions to the doctor's office. I already have my own things going on here. I'm trying to clean up other people's messes as we speak. Let this one go. Or if you're going to be so determined to shove your nose where it doesn't belong, ask one of your other friends to help you. What? Like who? I don't know that many people can help in this situation. What about the really obnoxious siblings that follow you around all the time? Souls at Somber left the city to go on one of their expeditions earlier today. They're not around right now. Ugh. And what about that royal blonde guy with the rapier? Why would you put Vincent on the list? I'm not asking him for help. You seriously have no one besides me who can help you in this situation. Out of every single person you know, I'm your only capable option? I think so. Hey, for now, I need to focus on working with Lightning's team to... You pause, however. You know a good handful of people in the city. Surely Ellis isn't the only one you could ask, right? Suddenly, an idea sparks in your mind. Maybe I could ask Penelope if she wants to help. Ellis frowns. Isn't that the name of your magic teacher? Ugh. You mean to tell me you came all this way over here to bother me instead of asking the person who literally teaches you magic? Well, I didn't think about it until now, okay? There was a lot going on last time I was in Aurora Alley, and she said that she'd look after everything while I went to handle the Force problem. But she's gotta be crazy strong, and I bet she wants revenge, too. Alice yawns and rubs her nose crassly. Cool. So, you don't need me then? I guess not. Then what are you still doing out here? Get out. But nothing. I'm not interested in whatever job you found. I've got my own work to finish up. Let me finish this stupid job while you go clean goo. She nudges you toward the door. Shoo! All right. See you back at the tavern, Ellis. Take care. Ellis, not me. You only gonna look up for number 1, Rex. I'm not gonna do anything unless I'm being forced to or it's for money. Dang it. Alright, but fine. We just gotta get Penelope's help. Things couldn't have gotten that much worse at Aurora Alley, right? Oh, but I'm gonna show up before I even fix the woods yet. Whatever. We'll make it work. I gotta remember where Aurora Alley is again. Oh gosh. Let's see. Wait, where am I? Where's Aurora Alley? Oh no, okay, it's across the bridge. It's on the other side of the bridge. Alright, here we go. We cross the bridge, and then we go there! Okay, yeah, we're right in the area. It's a big city, guys! What do you want from me? You'd get lost too. Okay. Alright, but nothing looks like it's on fire yet. Oh, I gotta find Penelope. Where the heck would she be, though? Oh! Cat! Cat floats to your side and crosses her arms.
You're back already? I didn't think you'd solve the problem in the woods so fast.
I didn't. Guards said I need a bigger team before they let me through. And look around the district. How are things around here? Did you keep an eye on him like I said?
Sure did.
So, what's the situation? Is he still at it?
Oh, yeah. He's been visiting all the shops and grandstanding every chance he gets. It's kind of annoying. He's clearly the kind of guy who likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah, he just sucks, actually. You shake your head. But there's nothing we can do about that right now. Do you know where Penelope is? I don't see her around here. Cat floats towards the magic tower and nods at you.
She's upstairs in her office. She was trying to keep up with damage control, but I think she ended up getting overwhelmed when a ton of people started to bombard her with questions.
She okay?
I don't know. She's your magic teacher. Why not go and check on her yourself?
Look up at the tower. Alright. Let's go up, Cat. Oh, all the way up again. Alright, that's fine. It's just the everyday climb. I just normally don't have to make the climb multiple times in a day.
You know, just work out your legs.
Alright. And running across the city, too. And... Oh! I guess they're... Oh, hey, there's Aiden. Hope that's going okay. I have my own operation right now. I cannot come back empty-handed. That's gonna be so embarrassing. I literally peeled off like, I'm gonna get some help. Don't even worry. I'm gonna get a team of my own. And then Alice shot me down. And then Solus and Somber, were there, and I have no one else to. Then yeah. So here we go. We're Penelope. Penelope.
You don't need to shout her name. She's right in there.
Penelope. You walk into the office hesitantly. Your mouth curls into a frown when you see Penelope sitting at her desk, her head down and her arms covering her face. You look around and spot Harper snoring loudly on top of a bookcase. You shake your head before looking back down at Penelope. Penelope? What is it, Rex? Her voice is muffled past her arms. You doing okay? You don't look great. She lifts her head and does her best to fix her monocle. I don't feel great, if I'm going to be entirely honest. What happened? Conrad, as you called him, made it his mission to ruin the reputation of Aurora Alley and the Arcane Circle. I'm shocked that the head of the circle hasn't shown up after all of this chicanery. She massages her temples. He entered the wand shop and asked if they were authentic or just sticks. And he asked Dexter at the reagent shop if there were expiration dates to his ingredients. And that's not even the worst of it. There's more? A number of the younger students have been pulled from my classes by their parents. He managed to convince their families that magic was too dangerous for them to study at their age. You notice Penelope's fist clench from her desk. She glares at the floor in front of her. Which is ridiculous. Magic is not something that should be regulated. Those children should be learning at their age how versatile magic is and how it is not something to be feared. But that man decided to ruin it by influencing their families with his outrageous lies. You've never seen Penelope so passionate about something. You frown. You seem to care about this a lot. Why wouldn't I? She asks you. I thought you of all people would understand, Rex. It's their right to know. I agree, but normally you're more composed, you point out. I find it hard to believe he rustled your feathers this hard just by being himself. Is there something else going on? She holds her tongue and doesn't respond. Does it have to do with you being from Olden? Her jaw tightens. So you do remember that detail? So that's it? No, none of that matters anymore. Drop it. Are you sure? Penelope glares at you as you hold your gaze. Your brow furrows in concern as she slowly hangs her head. She places a contemplative hand over her mouth as she tries to think of the right words to say. Why don't you take a seat, Rex? You oblige and sit across from her. Penelope purses her lips before beginning to explain. Conrad is correct that I am from Olden. However, unlike him, I do not share their opinions on a lot of things. I never truly fit in with the citizens of my home kingdom. They were fervently afraid of magic, whereas I found it beautiful. My parents were never supportive of this fascination. They told me it was dangerous and that only criminals wielded such power. They forbid me from ever even thinking about magic again, and it became suffocating to live in a kingdom that hated the things I loved. Therefore, I ran away. I eventually came to Erwin, where the head of the Arcane Circle tutored me in magic. Then I was free to study it as much as I pleased. From then on, I vowed that I would teach future generations about the arcane arts, because I know what it's like to not have the opportunity to explore your interests. I knew what it was like to not be given a chance, and I could never wish that on the children of Erwin. Magic is not just harmful. It can help, and it can heal. It is not the uncontrollable force that Olden believes it to be. I want to spread that magic throughout the world and prove to them that they were wrong. It's not evil, as long as you're careful with it. I'm sorry to hear all that, Penelope. I had no idea Olden was that bad. She doesn't respond as you suddenly perk up. Why don't we prove it together? She looks up at you in surprise. Rex, Conrad's still at large in Aurora Alley. If we're up here, we can't do anything about him. So let's go downstairs and kick his butt! You lift a triumphant fist. So? She blinks at you in disbelief, before chuckling. Perhaps you're a brighter student than I thought. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. She waves you off. Thank you, Rex. No, don't mention it. Now, let's go show Conrad who's boss! Come on. I got some strong words for that blonde... I don't know an insult that begins with the letter B. Blonde jerk just doesn't have the same ring to it.
Blonde bozo?
BOZO! You do have good advice.
Aw,
You think you'd teach me how to phase through walls? I feel like that'd be cool.
I don't think that's something you can learn, but...
Dang it! Magic sucks. I'm joking. I'm joking. I swear I'm joking. Alright, where is he? I'm on a mission. Oh. You walk back out of the magic tower with Penelope in tow. Cat floats quietly behind the two of you. However, before you have the chance to even walk down the road of Aurora Alley, a number of people block your path. Conrad is among this group, but the rest are unfamiliar to you. You step in front of Penelope with narrow eyes. What the heck's going on here? You ask the group, although you direct your glare at Conrad. Nothing much, Conrad says innocently. I just have a couple of concerned parents who have questions for Miss Delvaux. Well, Miss Delvaux is busy, but I can't... Rex, Penelope holds up a hand. Please, I always have the time for questions. She steps forward and faces the parents with her head held high. What can I do for you? One particular family clears their throat to address her. We've heard several questionable things from this young man, and we wanted to verify these rumors with your expertise. It would be my pleasure, Penelope smiles. What did you need me to clear up? Our child William was in your class regarding magic using wands. Over this Conrad man suggested that wands are dangerous tools that are not fit for younger age groups. I can assure you that's incorrect, Penelope says. Wands are entirely safe tools as long as they're used properly. Properly? Conrad steps in. What does that mean, exactly? I don't know, dude. Maybe not pointing them directly at other people? So they are weapons that can cause harm. The parents hug their son, William, closer. How can we be sure that another child won't hurt him? Is there a way to turn the wands off? Yeah, additionally, what if a wand breaks? Does the magic within them explode? Explode? The parents shout. That won't do. We can't have our son using something like that. Penelope blinks at them. She seems to be at a loss for words. You notice the child William keeping his head down. He seems concerned by the conflict. Hey, little buddy. Can I ask you something? Everyone glances at you as you kneel down in front of William. He nods at you. Yeah? Used a wand before, right? Mm-hmm. I held one a lot. When I took the classes, I had a training wand, and I could shoot magic with it. Oh, the other kids are doing it too. You gave children loaded weapons during your class? Conrad brings a hand to his head dramatically. How shameful. It's a miracle that the children weren't harmed. Were you scared using the wands? No way! Wands are really cool, the kid says. And Miss Penelope always taught us not to point it at each other and to treat a wand as if it were a puppy. We can't be super rough with it, and we can't swing it around or throw it. We gotta set them down gently and be nice with them. Penelope nods. Well done, William. She looks to the parents. I will not lie. Magic can be volatile. However, the key to using magic properly is learning how to respect it. Think of it like learning to swim in the ocean, Penelope compares. You wouldn't keep your child away from the ocean, would you? No. The parents shake their head. The ocean is just as unpredictable as magic, though. How do you ensure your child's safety? Penelope asks. You teach them to respect the ocean, and not to mess around with it or test its strength for themselves. The same goes for magic. Wands are tools to be used in a variety of ways. However, those ways do not always have to be destructive. Also, wands blowing up if they break? Do you hear yourself, dude? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard! The parents look down at William. So, you know how to respect the tools that Miss Penelope gives you? They ask their son. You don't misuse these tools, and you're careful with them whenever they're in your possession? Super careful, William nods. Your son is an impressive student, Penelope adds. He's quite the attentive listener, and I know that he will use magic well, should he continue to pursue that course of study. The parents glance at one another. We'll think about it, they respond. Conrad grits his teeth. Take your time, but you're not going to want to miss out on these classes. I didn't go horribly. Are these all concerned parents? Uh-oh. Hello. Another set of parents approaches you and Penelope as you continue down the road. Conrad rushes to the side of this new family. He whispers to them in an innocent manner. The parents nod at him before raising a hand to steal your attention. Excuse me, Miss Silvu. We have our own question as well. Yes, she wears a thin smile. What can I do for you all? Our daughter was in your alchemy classes, the parents explain, and we couldn't help but notice the lack of information regarding the reagents you use. What kind of information were you looking for? Well, they start to speak, but Conrad interrupts their thoughts. Haven't you noticed that all of the reagents being sold at that dismal shop have no expiration date? How do you know if these reagents are still safe to use? You could be poisoning your students by using expired ingredients. The parents put a hand over their mouth, fearful at the thought. Are you hearing yourself? Why would reagents need an expiration date? Penelope asks. They're not for eating. Are they unsafe to eat? Some of them, yes. And yet you'd put them in arm's length of an impressionable children. Ingredients that, if consumed, could make them sick or worse. Oh, the audacity! He points at Penelope. Okay, if you're taking an alchemy class, why are you eating reagents in the first place? You should be using them for the intended purpose! Safety first! You shout at him. Please don't shout, Rex. Penelope puts a hand up in front of you. There's nothing wrong with this question. While some reagents are rather harmless in appearance, there are some that can be deemed dangerous, she concedes. Aha! Conrad points at her. So you admit it! However, Penelope continues, due to their innately magical properties, they are incapable of expiring, as you put it, and consumption is highly frowned upon in my class. Have any of you ever made a potion? You butt back in with an argument of your own. The stuff that goes into the potions doesn't even look good on its own. I mean, who eats reagents in an alchemy lab? Okay, but more importantly, if you think reagents are so dangerous, then why are they used to create potions that can really help people? You motion to yourself. First potion I ever made caused things to glow, but that's not the only thing alchemy can do. The castle has a huge stock of healing potions, which can pack you up in a matter of seconds when you're injured. The little girl's eyes perk up behind her parents. You've been to the castle? She asks. You bet. Whoa! Her eyes gleam with interest. That's super cool! If the king can manage to keep a large quantity of potions in his castle, then they can't be all bad, right? One of the parents ponders. And if they say the ingredients don't expire and they're just used for alchemy, I suppose there's no problem at all with the craft, the other says. Your daughter is more than welcome to return to my alchemy classes whenever she likes. I'll keep a close eye on her, as I do all my students, to ensure that whatever they craft is safe. We appreciate that, Miss Delvaux. Really. My parents smile at Penelope. Conrad grumbles under his breath. Whew, that's another family down. Oh, hello. The final set of parents step forward. They have a more stern expression on their face as they gaze at Penelope. She frowns at their faces before clearing her throat. I presume you have something to say as well?
You presume correctly, one of the parents replies. You have a lot to answer to, Miss Delvaux.
Do I now? She raises an eyebrow. What did Conrad possibly tell you guys? Is it true that an overuse of magic can cause people's brains to deteriorate? The parents ask. You and Penelope just stare at them in disbelief. What?
I heard that magic can creep its way into a young person's brain and devour them inside out, the parents say. It's an unhealthy practice that slowly kills the user.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard! You hold up your gauntlet. I've used this thing for a long time now, and I'm not dumb! My brain is totally normal. Penelope tries to process their argument, but she's unsure how to progress. That is certainly a new statement for me. I had no idea such a thing could happen. I never thought the day would come that I could come across a question I cannot answer. Why can't you answer it? Because confirming the truth would give away your operation? Conrad asks. What operation? It's just magic, dude! Magic that's infesting this kingdom and slowly corrupting it, Conrad says. Magic that can create disasters if placed in the hands of numb-minded lunatic. I'm just trying to protect the poor parents and children from ever having to experience this heartache. But you're just trying to make magic look bad, you argue back. You're convincing these people of the weirdest stuff I've ever heard, and I have no idea how it's working. You equip your spells into your gauntlet. You want to see some real magic power? And look at this! You snap your fingers, and a flame appears in the palm of your hand. The child behind the parents approaches the flame carefully. Magic creates, too. It doesn't just destroy or rot brains or whatever. I have no idea where you got that from. And you gotta be pretty clever to figure this stuff out. Magic isn't easy. If magic were really destroying people's minds, then why are mages still widely considered intelligent? Penelope asks. You'd think if their brain was rotting with the magic they perform, there'd be a greater amount of people talking about said side effects. Maybe they've just never been documented, Conrad says. You have no evidence to back up your claims, just admit it! You've been messing with Aurora Alley all day, you bark. How long until you just give up and walk away from this? You can't just magically convince everyone to change their opinions to match yours. That's not how this works. Penelope puts her hands on her hips. I'm partial to agree, she says. Your antics are growing tiresome. I want you out of my district. Conrad smirks. What? Are you going to force me to leave again? Are you going to kick me out to silence the truth? On the contrary, Penelope shakes her head. I'm a rational thinker. I don't rely on my kingdom or my anger to make my choices. I can prove how important magic is myself, and I don't need to force you anywhere to do that. That's right, because Penelope's gonna help me fix the windswept woods! What? Penelope blinks at you. You are? The parents ask. I heard all about the issues over in the woods. If you manage to actually fix them, then maybe we can know for certain that magic isn't so bad. Penelope stares at them before clearing her throat. Of course. I'll do my best to show you what we mean. Conrad shakes his fist. Of course it had to be you, Dread. You just had to interfere with my work. Checkmate, Conrad. This isn't the last you'll hear of me, he says to you all. I'm not done with this city, or your beloved magic. I still think it's a scourge. It's just a shame that all of these people are too far gone to see that for themselves. He shrugs. Whatever, the jig is up. I was just doing all of this because the harder I make your lives, the more likely I'll get to live the life of my dreams. Or so I'm told. Anywho, I'm done here. Conrad turns and walks past you without another word. He bumps your shoulder as he crosses. You watch him go for a brief moment. Huh. There. Whew. Problems resolved. Marginally. Sorry for telling you to the forest. I kind of assumed you'd be down. And you were down! Don't look at me like that. Okay. Where's Lily?
I
Just need
think
to meet up
she's
with her.
Talking with her other
Oh, she's around here?
teammates somewhere.
Somewhere. Well, I guess we sit and wait. But the door to the tower's open. Did I leave this open? It's closed.
I would have closed it, but you
I
know.
should go over to Astra Centrum. Whoa, Lily. Sorry, I thought that was Lily for a moment. Alright, anyway.
That's it?
Yep. That's all I know.
I see.
Black goo.
Right. Black goo. That's weird.
Uh-huh.
So you're just cleaning up goo.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay, they sound
eventful.
cooler in my head. Okay, there might be monsters though. Alright, so
That is fair. There are monsters in the woods sometimes. From what I've heard anyway.
myself.
What? Oh, right. Yeah.
Lily!
Hi.
You ready?
Yeah.
You got your team?
Mhm.
Well, I got mine. So here's Penelope Delvaux and Air.
What?
Thanks, man.
I worked really hard. Alice said no.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I think we can pull this off with Penelope and Air. Penelope is really strong, and well, I'm here, so let's go.
Okay. Oh, I dealt with the green problem.
You did?
This is a new one.
I dealt with the Conrad problem.
Perfect.
I was really proud. Where am I going? This way. He was all like, oh, magic does this and this. And me and Penelope were like, no, it doesn't. It's like this. And then all the parents were like, oh, that's great, Penelope. We're enlisting our children back in your classes right now. And we were like, yeah, that's right. Because you got to learn about magic. Knowledge is power. Yeah, that's
Wonderful
right.
storyteller.
What? That's how it happened.
Yours is a lot more elegant than mine. I solved problems as I usually do. With my dagger.
Oh, I thought it was going to be with your fists. Then it did step up.
It is a step up. I kind of wanted to do the fists, but there was kind of too many of them to use fists alone.
No. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
well-
we all have our limits.
Our little pal Fern didn't stop just at Lydia.
No?
Burned Aiden's magic notes and,
What?
put his stupid friends back in the bar to keep Luke there.
What?
They were ordering them around like crazy. I basically just kicked them out.
Wow.
And then kicked them.
I didn't do anything so animated. I just had to argue with someone that thought magic caused brain rot.
He could have
What?
come up
That's
with a
the
better
stupidest thing
story
I've ever
than
heard.
It was pretty dumb, yeah. And it was a pretty stupid idea on his part. So it was surprisingly kind of hard to argue against. The only reason we were able to convince them is if we can clean up this issue over in the woods.
Oh. No
that.
pressure.
That is a fair point.
But
With a
everyone else
stupid
is pretty
argument, you
convinced.
Can't argue against it.
And it was just so
yeah.
dumb. We couldn't come up with like a single like possible response to it. We were at a loss.
I guess that
That's
is a problem
both
with stupid
Idiotic
arguments.
and
They're hard to
really
argue
genius.
against.
Yeah, say what you want about the guy. He seems dumb as rocks, but somehow he had everyone hanging on his every word.
Well,
I guess
mean,
he's
if you're
just good
playing
at
off of
spreading
people's
fear.
fears,
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need a lot of proof to play off of people's insecurities and fears. You just need to play to them, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah. Almost at the woods. You just gotta cross the farmlands.
We got this.
Which way should we
would
go?
be
Because there's like 3 different
scary.
entrances, right? Let's go this
Penelope
one.
has chosen for us. Teacher knows best.
Teacher does know, but teacher also scary. I'm sorry.
She's not that scary.
You realize how scary she can be when you set a tower on fire, maybe the 2nd or 3rd time.
you did
How many
do
times
that.
has it been?
How many
You
times?
set something on fire again?
Not
Multiple
recently,
times?
not today, not
Okay,
this.
okay,
Okay, maybe this week. Not today.
This week?
You realize when I went to the bar, Alistair still talked about you setting his thing on fire.
Yeah, everyone's been bringing it up today. All right, just let it go, okay? I don't like things on fire that much. That much.
Everyone's looking at you for a reason.
The key word is that much. The arson's in my blood. I can't help it.
It's not. It's not a part of your blood. I don't think it's a thing.
Look, Alice burnt down. No, she didn't actually. Oh, I have a worse track record than Alice. And she burned down Ren's cabin.
something.
Oh no! 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 Oh no!
Maybe arson is in your blood.
Oh no!
It's a scary world out there, it seems.
Oh, there's there are 2 guards. Are these the same ones?
He might be.
You and your team return to the farmlands and approach the borders of the windswept woods. The same guards as before are posted in the center of the road to block the way. Luke and Aiden look around at all the members of the vanguard scattered around the area.
This problem really is serious. It's kind of intimidating. Do we even know what we're getting into? Nope, but we're gonna find out.
The guards watch as your team approaches. They glance at one another before clearing their throats and addressing you all directly. Admittedly, we were skeptical on whether you'd actually return with an army. This is certainly a larger party than we anticipated.
Yeah, well, we had a couple of friends who were willing to lend a hand.
Clearly, the guards acknowledge. But do they have the skill to back it up? Heck yeah, they do. Rex motions to the team confidently. We got some of the best hunters and mages in all of Erewhon here. Perhaps we don't make false promises to the Aegean Vanguard. Penelope raises an eyebrow. I doubt we're the best in the entire city.
I know we're not the best in the city. You guys are really helping our case here.
Excuse me for not wanting to lie to city officials, Penelope states with an unamused expression.
The best or not, it's progress from your last attempt to enter the woods. With that being said, I suppose we can let you pass. Just be careful and try to stay close to the Costello farmlands.
The guard motions to the back of the forest. Back into the forest. There are a couple of guards further down the path who are giving away cleaning supplies and tools to get rid of the black goop inside the forest. You can talk to them on how to progress. What about the monsters?
The monsters are none of your concern. Focus on working with the rest of the cleaning crew, and let the professionals handle the dangerous parts.
Lovely. Penelope holds her tongue as she looks at some of the goop on the ground past the guards. Report any sightings of suspicious activity to the nearest member of the Aegean Vanguard. The guards continue. Thank you for volunteering your services.
Yeah. Our pleasure.
As you enter the forest and pass the guards, Luke leans over to whisper to Lily.
Let me guess. We're not gonna listen to them and we're gonna actively try to go deeper in the forest? Yeah, you got that right.
How else are we going to prove Conrad wrong? We gotta find the source first and fix this ourselves.
I agree. Plus, if the Silverwings have anything to do with it, it'll make the perfect revenge.
And we're on a time crunch because you can't have someone beat us to it.
Mm-hmm.
In the what the hecking hey?
Wait, didn't you say you...
What? You continue through the forest and notice another familiar face. Rex blinks in confusion as he approaches the woman and taps her on the shoulder. Ellis? She snaps her head back in his direction. The same black goop that covers the ground and the trees is all over her. Ellis's jaw tightens, and she goes red in the face. Not a word, Rex. What are you doing out here? I thought you were too busy to help out in the woods. I was. She grits her teeth. But then, as I was making my way home from the doctor's office, the Admiral came and found me. She said that I need to go out here and help the guards clean up this mess. She crosses her arms. And now I'm stuck out here mopping up some kind of gross slime. Why didn't you just say no? Oh, yeah, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? Alice replies sarcastically before smacking Rex in the back of the head. Don't you think I tried, idiot? Ow! She didn't give me much of a choice. She wasn't like, can you come help us? It was a demand, and I wasn't exactly in a position where I could refuse. She looks back down at the goop in front of her as she begins to aggressively mop at it again. This is not how I wanted to spend my day. Well, you're here now, and at least it counts towards your community service, right? She doesn't answer. Rex pauses. Right? Your guess is as good as mine, Ellis grumbles. Look, if you're going to help clean up around here, go and get your own mop from the Vanguard. So this place doesn't look like a swamp of slime, the sooner I can go home and take a break. All right, we'll figure something out. Don't sweat it, Alice. You and the rest of your group continue. Penelope hesitates as she glances back at Alice. Is that a friend of yours, Rex? Yup! He nods. She's the one I told you about with the cool fire powers. I thought so. Penelope slowly nods. Interesting. Although, I can't say I'm pleased to hear she has some sort of criminal record.
I can't say I'm surprised.
Okay, we're moving on. Look at the goo.
That
Oh.
is odd.
Black goo.
Ugh.
It's all
And
gooey
it's everywhere.
and black. Oh, red hair. Huh?
Something wrong with red hair?
Shoot.
As you continue to the forest, Lydia suddenly yelps in alarm and grabs Luke and Aiden. She points further up on the path toward a group of hunters. One of them is Dell.
Squad leader alert!
She shouts at Lily.
I thought she would be deeper in. What is she doing so close to the farmlands? Who cares? We've gotta hide.
But we can't all hide. That looks suspicious. There are guards everywhere. Why are we hiding exactly? Penelope raises an eyebrow.
Can we hurry up and think of something before we get caught? I'm not interested in fighting Dell again. Lydia, take Luke and Aiden and act like you're not associated. What about you? I'm already on her bad side. At least she'll get mad at me for disobeying her and not for having a secret, slightly illegal hunting team. Now, get out of here! You don't have to tell me twice. Good luck.
Lydia salutes you. She scoops both Aiden and Luke under her arms and marches off. Aiden yelps in surprise. He puts his hand over his mouth in embarrassment at the noise before giving Lily a sympathetic look.
Oh boy.
Lily turns back to stare down the road at her squad leader. Dell and the other members of the squad are cleaning up the black goo, the same as everyone else. Dell has an enraged look on her face as she tries to shake the goop out of her cape.
They drag me all the way out here just to mop up goo? Pathetic.
She looks around the area to observe her squad's work, before noticing Lily, Rex, and Penelope. Her eyes widen in anger.
Lily! Here we go. I told you to finish your drills. What the heck are you doing here?
She demands an answer. Penelope takes a step back at Dell's aggressive behavior. She leans over to whisper to Rex. Ah, so that's why they're hiding.
Yup.
Lily intakes a breath as she tries to think of good news, or a good excuse.
I finished my drills. So why was your immediate next course of action to disobey me and come to the forest? I told you that we didn't need your help. You're still on probation, remember? I remember.
You nod as you scramble to continue your explanation.
I just wanted to work overtime today. So I thought I would come out here and help anyways?
Del considers Lily's answer during a tense moment of silence.
All right then.
Wait, what?
I can't say I expected this from you, but I'm not gonna chastise you for trying to go above and beyond.
She puts her hands on her hips.
And if I'm correct about the time, then training ended an hour ago. You were right. I shouldn't have assumed you'd still be training.
Lily blinks at her in surprise. That worked?
Yep, that's right. All according to plan. Just get a mop or something and help us clean up this disgusting slime. And try not to get it on your clothes. I'm not sure if it stains.
Lily nods slowly.
Understood.
Lily marches away from Del carefully in order to hide the grin on her face. She glances toward the tree line and winks at Lydia, Aiden, and Luke. The three sneak out of hiding as soon as Del's back is turned. That went better than expected. The goo. There's so much!
There is a lot. Jeez.
Oh.
It's like a
Much
horse.
to your surprise, you notice Solus and Somber standing near several puddles of black goop. Somber kneels down next to one of the puddles with a vial in hand. Absolutely extraordinary! He shouts. I have never managed to collect such a strange substance myself! This is incredible, unbelievable! Just a matter I'm capable of learning from this small sample! Solus splashes around in the goop.
Somber, look it! It's big enough to splash around in!
Solus? Somber? What are you guys doing here? Ah! Greetings, Rex! And I see that Miss Delfu is with you!
Hello!
Solus waves at your group. I thought you were outside the city. You told me earlier you're going on an expedition. That's correct! However, due to the difficulties that everyone was facing in the windswept woods, we decided to come here and study the situation ourselves.
Have you found anything so far?
It's all quite curious, Somber explains to you. Substances on the ground are reminiscent of a rather rare ooze that can be secreted by one of the many races in REM.
Huh?
Aiden's shoulders drop.
What kind of race gives off goo? Is it a type of slime?
Well, that's not an entirely uneducated guess, Somber says. If memory serves, this particular ooze belongs to a Petrian.
A Petrian?
They are amorphous individuals that are only distinguishable from humans through the cracks that form on their body, Somber describes. These cracks are known for leaking the black goop we see on the ground now. Very good, Somber, Penelope says. But what is this Petrian ooze doing in the windswept woods? Your guess is as good as mine, I'm afraid, Somber says. Now, if you could just... Don't open the sludge! There are people trying to clean it up! That's... an interesting detail. Nix glances over at Lily. So we know we're looking for a Petrian now.
That still doesn't explain the monsters, though.
Lily points out.
There's more to this puzzle than that meets the eye. We just need to find all the pieces.
Lily glances back at the team.
Let's all keep looking around. Surely we'll be able to find something.
Hello, guards!
What was that?
I was waving. That's how I be nonchalant.
That is
Which
the
way do we
least
go?
nonchalant thing.
There's the left path and the right path. Lily halts as she puts a hand to her head.
We need to figure out what's causing this. Nothing feels like it's adding up yet. Petrian goop and a sudden increase in monsters? How do those two things go together?
We'll find that out too. Lily looks over everyone before snapping her fingers.
Say, Rex, you said earlier this ooze stuff had a weird feeling to it, right?
Yeah, I just don't really know how to explain it.
It feels like butterflies are in my stomach any time I get too close.
It does give me minor nausea as well.
So it's probably giving off some kind of magic to induce that feeling?
That is a logical conclusion. Penelope crosses her arms. After all, if it is from a Petrian, then it's probably darker than we're all used to. Petrians are classified as a dark race, after all. Like dreads?
Not as dark, but yeah. Then maybe we could try to find the source by following your guys' magic sense. It's not a bad idea.
Aiden says with his hands on his hips.
I'm not sure how well it'll work. Why's that?
Lydia raises an eyebrow. Due to the sheer concentration of darkness in these woods, it's virtually impossible to pinpoint any source, even with a sense for magic. Yeah, it all kind of feels the same where we're at right now.
Then we'll just have to go deeper into the forest, right? Maybe you guys will be able to find something if we get closer to the source. Now, obviously, it can't be around here, because otherwise the Vanguard would have found it by now. Huh. Luke's right. We have to go further into the woods. That's definitely not safe. Considering what we found last time we went into the woods, I don't know what's waiting for us in there now. Well, whatever it is, we'll be able to handle it.
Aiden gulps, but slowly nods. If you're so keen on finding the source, then I suggest we split up. Otherwise, with the amount of ground to cover, we'll never find anything in a timely manner. Good point. How should we split up the team?
Well, we have 3 people who can sense magic and 3 who can't. Let's split into 3 teams of 2. Each team can have 1 person who can sense magical energy and 1 who can't. Let's see. We can put
Skip
Aiden
Luke's
and
line.
Luke. Shoot. That seems fair. So, what are our teams? Well, we can put Aiden with Luke and Penelope with Lydia.
Lydia looks at Penelope and shivers.
Are you sure, Lily? What's the problem with that? I'm not gonna lie to you, that woman intimidates me.
Lydia mumbles under her breath. Penelope sighs. I can't say I'm overly fond of this group either, but it does seem like the most efficient way to get answers. And you won't have to worry about defending me. I can take care of myself. Then I guess that leaves you and me, Lily.
Right. We can have one group take the northern side of the woods, another one take the western, and the last group can take the southern side.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, Rex and I will go west. You guys decide amongst yourselves where you'll go. All right, let's do it. Luke and I could look towards the coast, which means Miss Delvaux and Lydia, you guys can go to the north.
Fine. Let's just make this quick.
We'll meet back here in 30 minutes if we don't find anything. All right.
Okay. Wait, which way are we going?
Well, if you're not going to pick up a place, then let's just go this way.
is no longer working.
The wind blows the... What? What?
What?
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. Sorry. The wind blows this way.
Okay.
The air is moving in this direction.
Dude, you good?
What?
You could come up
Is
with
the
a
goop
less
messing with your head?
conspicuous.
Never mind.
Okay. Forest. Goo. Goo forest.
Ugh. You didn't just. There's.
Please don't make those noises.
You just sniff it?
I sniffed it. I started smacking my lips to see if I could taste the magic.
That's not how it works.
Is that a thing you can
Rex.
do?
No, it all feels, no, it's all the same.
Oh.
And now my mouth just kind of tastes like rubber. You know when like you do like that too much and like your mouth tastes like the inside of a balloon? You have to do
Oh
it
my
like a
God.
lot. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, that's all I'm getting now is part balloon,
Oh.
part part a little sicky, I guess.
Part balloon.
Okay, what the heck? There's things and stuff and
Well, we could stick to the path, or we could go off the path. I doubt whatever you're looking for is.
we
just
can
going
venture
to...
off the path.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
This forest is giant.
Plenty
We need some sort of
places
plan,
to
just
hide.
We do
anything.
need a plan. All right. How can we figure out where the goop's coming from? We haven't seen any monsters. I guess the Vanguard's been getting that regulated.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Well, Lila said it herself. This place is huge. Maybe whatever it is just hiding somewhere.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of places to hide here, huh?
That is
yeah,
fair.
That's
no,
a
there
good
aren't.
point. So then it has to be in plain sight, right under our noses.
Exactly.
both of us just looked down.
Hmm.
I don't think it's going to be in the ground. Unless it is.
We could try looking for the area with the most goop.
What if it's
Maybe it'd be more-
above?
Above. Oh. I get what you mean. Wouldn't be
It's
a
pretty
bad
dark up
idea.
here.
But if something's up there, I got a scheme.
Got a scheme.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait, crap. Is there? Rex
Oh.
walks over to some nearby branches and twigs. He picks up a hefty one before holding his fire focus up to the end and setting it ablaze. The dry brush at the top of the branch lights up and produces a strong fire. Rex winces at the heat and holds it away from his face. Ah! He closes one eye. This look like it'll work?
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Rex hands Lily the branch before reaching to light another one. She struggles with its weight and staggers momentarily, but manages to hold it upright before the fiery bramble hits the ground. This should make enough smoke to flush anyone out of the trees, Rex says.
The real problem comes when someone near the farmland sees it. They might think there's an actual fire and rush to the scene.
Rex looks up at the canopy above you both. I don't know about that. These aren't big fires, so they'll probably be too faint by the time they reach the tree line.
That's true. Let's just hope they don't travel out this far and end up smelling it. That'd be difficult to explain.
You both hold on to your own torches and look up toward the trees. Okay, let's give the forest another walk around and see if we can find anyone.
Sounds like
We
a
just
plan.
smoke them out.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that was pretty smart, Rex.
Well, I figured they probably wouldn't be. They can't dig. All right, I can't dig. How would I dig? So, what allows them to mess with the whole forest but never be seen? I'd be a little tree jumper, a little branch crawler.
Okay, I like your style. You can see
Yeah.
your thought process.
Very good style, Mr. Branch Crawler.
So now we just walk around and hope this works, I guess.
I need to find more goo. There's no goo here.
There's a lot over that way.
There's trees this way.
There's trees.
There's trees
literally
every
everywhere.
way.
Okay, well, there's more trees this way.
Oh, that looks like goop.
A lot of it looks like
Oh,
goop.
there's goop too here. Okay, there's goop. We're back in Goop Central.
We're back in Goop Town.
Follow the goop.
This is good.
Follow Goop.
Feeling goopy.
Well,
Oh, there's more up this way.
Okay.
more Goop ahead!
I like the sound of that. Not really, I don't like goop, but in this context, it's good.
There's a great many Goop. How deep are we in the forest, do you think?
I don't know, but I feel like we've definitely
Pretty
started
deep.
looping at this point. Back towards the other entrance, possibly.
We might be getting there, yeah.
Whoa.
Are we sure that this is working?
Oh, hey, this is where we plucked flowers last time.
Oh.
You both stop in your tracks as someone coughs. You glance at one another in confusion. Rex points at Lily. Was that you?
No.
She shakes her head. Huh. Rex nods slowly. He looks back up at the trees and takes a couple steps back to retrace his steps. Strange noises suddenly come from the tree.
Up there.
Lily joins Rex at his sides and starts to wave her smoking stick toward the branches. More aggressive coughs are heard from above until eventually the branches groan and crack.
Cut it out!
The voice shouts at you. It's strangely familiar. Lily's eyes widen and she tosses the branch aside to get rid of the smoke. She looks up into the branches.
Blight?
The ritualist sits up in the tree awkwardly. Both of her hands are wrapped around the branch underneath her, and her eyes go wide as saucers when she notices you spot her. Ah! Fire! Fire! Rex shrieks as he runs to Lily's discarded stick. He stamps out the fire quickly before extinguishing his own smoking torch.
What are you doing here?
Lily demands. Blythe blinks at you both.
Hanging out.
In a tree?
Yes.
She nods. There's an incredibly awkward silence as you all stare at one another. Blythe blinks as Lily glares daggers at her. Quickly, she tries to block her vision of her with the leaves.
Pretend you never saw me. Hey, that's not how this works. Get down here.
Lily storms over the base of the tree before beginning to kick it repeatedly.
Cut that out.
Blythe shouts as the entire tree shakes.
Get down here right now. You have a lot of explaining to do.
Lily shouts back. She gives the tree one more strong kick, which causes the entire structure of the tree to shudder. Blythe scrambles for balance amid the leaves, but she loses her grip and falls to the ground.
Ah! Why are you hiding in the windswept woods?
She sits up and sighs before brushing herself off.
You're so noisy. Why should I tell you anything?
Maybe because the woods are covered in black goo and you just happen to be in the exact same area? What about this is unclear? She shudders at the sight of Rex and takes a step back.
Don't sneak up on me, you weirdo. It's not like I'm doing anything wrong.
I think corrupting the windswept woods is pretty wrong.
Okay, let me rephrase. I'm not doing anything wrong in the eyes of my lady. Talk. Now. Take it easy, will ya? It's not that big of a deal.
She tosses her hair over her shoulder. You notice some more of the black ooze drip from some cracks on the palm of her hand.
I'm doing exactly as I'm told, that's all. Word in Erwin says that the light presence I was chasing went into the city not too long ago. But obviously the edict was kind of banned from the city, so I thought I would try to darken a less populated area to find my target. After all, if I make these woods dark enough, the light presence would have to come out here to purify it. They've done it before, after all.
She points at you both.
You sure you don't know anything about the presence? But I already know that you're aware it exists. You're too stubborn to let me capture you and question you for answers, so why not make my job easier and just tell me of your own volition?
No way! Get the heck out of here!
Jeez! Can't even follow orders without being the bad guy to you people. You're one of the reasons that my job is so much harder than it has to be. I don't care! We already have to clean up the forest because of you. Run back to your cult and leave the city. I don't answer to you. Ugh. I only answer to my lady and my informant. Your informant? I've got to get my tips from somewhere.
She throws her hands up in the air.
How else would I know about where to find the light presence? Or a way to get into the city, for the matter?
She pauses.
Man! I told you too much again, didn't I?
Yeah, kinda.
Shoot!
She bonks herself on the head.
This keeps happening.
She shakes her head and sighs.
Alright, well, we all know what comes next.
You leave the city peacefully?
No way. I fight you guys and you try to capture me. And I fight you guys and try to capture you for information.
Oh, you liked my suggestion better.
And I'd like to have that light presence in my grasp by now. But here we are. You keep getting in my way, so you gotta pay the price. Simple as that.
She claps her hands together excitedly.
I've got some nasty little monsters in store for you guys. It didn't feel right before, but I think they're more in your ballpark. I bet you're just excited as I am to meet them. In your dreams. Too bad.
Blight jumps back as a number of portals start to open all around you. You both brace yourselves as dark monsters crawl from the swirling crimson before rapidly lumbering in your direction.
Let's keep things interesting. Don't let me down, Rex and Lily. Shoot! Portals!
Ah!
Try to get them out as fast as possible. Careful!
I can't kill these guards. Do you guys can you handle this?
Maybe.
Trying to get them down as fast as possible. I'm sorry. What is that?
Ow, lady shooting at me!
Don't run into that. Don't run into it.
Did she say she had an informant?
That's
Well, you
so
can worry about that later.
strange.
You're actively being attacked right now.
You know,
It's crazy. I think I think Conrad said a similar thing.
Conrad too?
Vaguely.
The same thing.
He said that if he just kept being a nuisance, that he'd get the life of his dreams, or so he was
you-
told.
You think these people are working together?
Conrad said he was getting paid to mess with me.
What?
Made it apparently
They're
all
all-
that much sweeter to get revenge.
There's no way it's a coincidence. This all happened the same day, right?
I don't think so. It seems like a lot to happen all at once.
Ah! Stop that!
Well, don't eat those.
I'm not trying to. She keeps throwing them.
Shoot. More portals.
She's a big jerk. Ow!
Look for the
Ow!
eyes. Or I don't even know what those are. They have big eyes. There we go. Got rid of that. Putting on your right. Good.
Rex shivers as the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. He looks in Lily's direction quickly. Lily, I don't like the feeling of this!
Me neither. Trust me.
Lily grunts as she continues to attack the monsters produced by the Crimson Portals. No, this is getting a little out of hand! Rex takes a step back as he swings his sword at another dark creature. We should get some backup!
We can't just leave. If we go now, then Blight will get away. I'm not letting that happen again. We're ready for her this time. I don't know.
Blight giggles from the
Looking
top of a
pretty
tree.
rough. You're looking pretty rough if you ask me. Be quiet. Why don't we kick things up a notch?
Blythe's smile grows wider.
I've got a couple more tricks up my sleeve this time. We're ready for whatever you throw at us. I hope so. It wouldn't be fun otherwise.
Lily, be careful! Oh, on fire!
Hey Rex, any suggestions on what a non-tangible person can do in this situation? Because I kind of feel bad watching you guys fight.
Ah!
Why does it look like that?
I don't know, be tangible! Do that!
I can't just do that, Rex! That's not how ghosts work!
Tired.
Ah, there's goop! There's a goopy spider! Ah, I'm goopy!
Try and stay out of it!
Okay, I'll try to get these off of you.
Nah, nah. Ah, she keeps spilling goop!
Ah! Goop! Ah!
So is
No wonder there was so much goop in the floor! How does she make so much?
I don't know. Ah!
Heal.
Take one of your healings. Ah!
Ah, I keep running into goop! Get back here! Ah, more goop! Watch out!
Angle of the dagger. Ah!
Ah!
Goop! So much goop! Ah!
Keep going, keep going. I'd say go get help, but I don't think you can do that one.
I really can't.
We can't
I mean,
let her get away.
I can shout and wave as much as I
All
like,
these
but
monsters.
Maybe cheer a little more. The pep talk could help.
you're doing great.
Rex, keep it up.
Thanks, Lily. Ah!
Sling those spells. You got this. Be the arson man that you
Ah!
were meant to be.
There's a portal over here.
Release the fire in your blood.
I have so much army though. If you can get them off of me, I'd appreciate it.
I am definitely attempting.
Whoa.
Ah.
Any more portals?
You both grumble as you shake your arms and attempt to get the black ooze off your clothes and skin. Ew! Rex sticks his tongue out. This is so gross!
It's somehow worse now that we know these are her kind of insides.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Quit complaining. It's not that bad.
She places her hands on her hips.
Besides, if anything, I'm the one who should be complaining. You're defeating all my monsters like it's nothing. Why do we have to keep getting in the way? Why do you have to keep getting in the way, huh? It's what we're best at. Has anyone ever told you that you're really annoying sometimes?
Blythe raises an eyebrow. She considers you both for some time, before eventually, a spark flashes in her eye. Her jaw drops and she slams her fist into her hand.
I got it.
I don't like the sound of that!
Since you're both super irritating together, I'm just gonna have to play with you both separately. That way it's totally fair. I don't know if I'd call what you're doing fair in the slightest. But then if I separate you, I'll have to hop between the two fights, and that sounds really tiring. I don't have that much more reserve power to use.
She waves her hand.
Oh well, my lady said I could go a little crazy next time I run into trouble, so it should be fine. Who is your lady? Tell us now. Nah, I don't know if I want to do that, but it was nice try.
She snaps her fingers, and you both notice the glow of a crimson portal appear directly underneath you.
Bye-bye.
Ah! Before either of you have a chance to react, the crimson portals beneath your feet sucks you in. You look to one another as the scarlet color overtakes your vision. In an instant, you find yourself falling out of the trees elsewhere. You take deep breaths as you stumble to your feet. You look around only to find yourself in an entirely new part of the windswept woods. Lily's nowhere to be seen. Kat remains at your side, though, and she rubs her head in confusion.
What the heck was that? Did you just fall through a portal?
Lily, where are you? Can you hear me? You scan the horizon and try to look through the trees. However, all you end up seeing is the light of another crimson portal opening to your right. You snap your head in that direction and lock eyes with the ritualist once again. She puts her hands on her hips and grins at you.
Much better.
What did you do? Where's Lily?
Don't worry about her. She's fine. Blythe waves her hands. I just even the playing field a little. You two really hate trying to take me on in a fair fight. So what's wrong with me making things a little more interesting?
Well, we've only tried to fight you, like, twice.
The numbers don't matter. She shakes her head. Besides, I'm just doing what my lady tells me to do. It's nothing personal.
She pauses.
Hey, speaking of doing what I'm told, guess who got authorization to use some even nastier monsters in my next fight? This girl. Cool, right?
Our definitions of cool are very different.
Trust me, you're gonna love this guy.
She lifts a hand, and one large portal forms behind her.
Get a load of this!
You ready your gauntlet for a fight. However, your heart sinks as a dark, wolf-like creature crawls out of the portal to face you. Your eyes widen in horror at the sight of it. It's just like...
Well, have fun! Toodles!
Blythe waves before falling backward into a portal of her own.
Rex, listen to me. You have to calm down. Rex!
Hello?
Hello again, Rex.
Who are you? And why do you look just like me?
Because I am you.
That doesn't make sense. I'm me. So how can you also be me?
I'm the you who gets things done. I have the power to protect our form and keep it alive.
What's that supposed to mean? I already can't die. Every time I die, I come back.
Then how do you explain that scar on our face? There are things in this world strong enough to wipe us out. Dark things. But I won't let that happen.
Are you helping me?
I'm helping myself. The fact is, you can't do it alone. But I can. You just have to let me. That's more like it!
Penelope. Hey! You have to.
Rex!
How do you get anything done with such a weak arsenal? I'll leave you with a parting gift, Rex. Maybe next time you'll actually be able to do some real damage. No need to thank me.
Please be okay, please be okay, please be okay.
Thank Unity. good?
You groan as your mind clears and you start to come to. You're leaning against something comfortable. A pillow, maybe? The air is warm and pleasant, and nothing like the crisp air of the windswept woods. You can faintly make out the smell of apple cinnamon, and you hear a distant conversation. Certain that's what you saw. I'm positive. The spell in his gauntlet, we didn't make that. It just appeared. I see. Do you mind if I take a closer look? Be my guess? You blink and slowly begin to sit up. An unfamiliar figure steps away from you quickly. Oh, it looks like he's awake, a male's voice says. You glance toward the voice in confusion, but your vision is still blurred. Who's there? Where am I? Relax, Rex. Penelope's voice echoes through the haze. You rub your eyes to get a better look at the situation. You're back in Penelope's office. She stands behind a desk with a number of open books set out before her. There's a man you don't recognize standing close to her. He wears a periwinkle and white suit with a floating cape and a sharp collar. Gold and metal accents are prevalent about his vest, and he has long brown hair flowing down his back in a ponytail. You're all right, Penelope assures you. You're back at the magic tower. What happened? Don't you remember anything? Penelope asks. You can't recall how you got here? What about where you were before? I was in the windswept woods, right? And there was a big monster. But after that, I don't know. You scratch your head. I think I remember you calling me, and at some point, the monster went down. Then I must have passed out. Penelope gives a concerned look to the new man. He gives her a subtle glance before smiling at you. I'm glad to see you're doing all right now, Rex. Who are you exactly? Rex, this is Roman. Penelope introduces the man. He's the head of the Arcane Circle. With the head? You exclaim. Like the boss of the entire guild? That's one way to put it. I prefer to think of every member of the Arcane Circle as my equal. They all bring something unique to the table. I'm simply the man who rallies them together. After the events of the forest, I invited him to check on you, Rex. I required his expertise for this. Why is that? Did something bad happen? Penelope opens her mouth to explain, but she hesitates. I'm not sure how to explain it. Do you know how you got that spell, Rex? Spell? You question her again. You look down at your gauntlet to find a purple focus latched into place. You blink at it in confusion. Where did this come from? You remove the spell from your gauntlet and hold it up to the light. It looks pretty cool, though. What is it? The best way I could describe it is a flux bolt. Flux bolt, huh? It's a powerful spell that was created from pure darkness using the aspect of Vidium. I have no idea how you managed to create such a thing without a monofocal manipulator. It's all very bizarre. I have a couple of ideas, Roman thinks out loud. I can see why you asked me to look at him. It's nothing bad, right? I'm sure it's nothing like that. Penelope shakes her head. You don't have to worry about it. You nod at her slowly, before turning back to Roman. You seem to know a lot about this flux thing. Why's that? I dabble in numerous studies. That's why I'm the head of the circle. I'm aware of the general concepts of every type of magic, And that includes dark magic, like this one. Isn't it bad to practice dark magic? You misunderstand. I don't practice dark magic. I don't practice any magic. I am just a scholar. Penelope walks around her desk to kneel in front of you. Why don't we pick up on our lessons at a later time? I'm sure your friends are worried about you after your last encounter. You should get home and get plenty of rest while Roman and I continue our talk. Are you sure? Positive. Don't worry about us. Penelope ushers you toward the door. Now go. You'll have a busy day ahead of yourself tomorrow, knowing you. I don't want you losing sleep over this. You pause as you hold the spell. You hold it up to the two mages in the room. Should I keep this? Is it dangerous? Ah. Roman walks forward before placing a hand on the spell in your grip. I will not lie, this spell is quite potent, and very dangerous. You don't want to use it against the wrong enemy. I see. But magic is not inherently bad, Rex, Penelope reminds you. Right. It's how you wield it, Rex concludes. So, you're sure it's safe I use this? Keep it close, Roman advises. And let us know of any developments. We got a good look at it while you were asleep, and there's nothing more we could gain by keeping it here. And if Penelope trusts you with this magic, then I do as well. We'll talk again soon, I'm sure. You slowly nod as Roman turns away from you and reapproaches Penelope. You bow your head a bit as you snatch the focus into your pouch. Thanks for your help.
Miss Delvaux,
Yes?
why didn't you let me finish my explanation? He has to learn at some point. You can't hold on to that secret forever.
We don't know if it's true yet.
You still find your experiments to be inconclusive?
I need to be certain.
At what point is not knowing going to hurt him more than knowing?
For now, he doesn't need to know.
So be it.
Can't see